Ginkgo biloba, often called a living fossil, is truly remarkable. It actually helps the brain recover after a stroke, which is just incredible when you think about it. Ginkgo biloba is not just a plant, but honestly, a real biological phenomenon. This is one of the most ancient trees on the planet. Its history goes back more than 250 million years. Ginkgo survived mass extinctions, ice ages, and even the atomic bombing of Hiroshima. Trees near the epicenter of the explosion not only survived, but continued to grow. That is why it is often referred to as a living fossil. Back in ancient China, about 2,800 years before our era, Ginkgo was revered as the tree of youth for its ability to maintain the body's strength and prolong mental clarity in old age. In Japan, it was considered sacred. Ginkgo was planted at Buddhist temples, and the popular name, grandfather and grandson tree, reflected deep wisdom. A person plants a tree, but his grandson already gathers the first fruits, because Ginkgo begins to bear fruit only after 25 to 30 years. This amazing tree came to Europe only in the 18th century, and for a long time it was appreciated solely for its decorative beauty, especially for its unusual fan-shaped leaves and golden autumn foliage. However, everything changed in 1965, when German scientists first isolated unique biologically active compounds from ginkgo leaves, ginkgolides and bilobalides. These substances proved to be the key to the plant's powerful therapeutic potential. Interesting fact, ginkgo biloba extract was included in the diet of Soviet and European cosmonauts during flight preparation. Why? Because it improves blood microcirculation, protects brain cells from hypoxia, and increases resistance to stress, qualities that are vital in conditions of weightlessness and increased stress. Today, ginkgo biloba is the most studied medicinal plant in the world. More than 400 scientific studies are published annually confirming its effectiveness in cerebral circulatory disorders, cognitive disorders, and in post-stroke rehabilitation. So, why is ginkgo especially appreciated after a stroke, you might wonder? Well, after a stroke, the brain really needs maximum support. It's all about restoring blood flow, protecting neurons from damage, and stimulating neuroplasticity. Ginkgo helps on all these levels due to its complex properties. First, it has a vasodilating and antispasmodic effect, which improves blood flow to the brain, especially in those tiny capillaries. This is critical for the restoration of damaged areas. Plus, its antioxidant protection is quite remarkable. It neutralizes free radicals formed in excess after a stroke, slowing down oxidative stress and cell aging. And let's not forget the nootropic effect, which increases concentration, memory, and clarity of thinking. This is especially important in post-stroke cognitive disorders. Additionally, ginkgo has an antithrombotic effect, reducing platelet aggregation and thereby reducing the risk of a recurrent stroke. Lastly, its adaptogenic and restorative effect helps the body cope with the effects of stress and accelerates the overall rehabilitation process. Isn't that fascinating? Ginkgo also has bacteriostatic properties and helps to normalize metabolism, improving the absorption of vitamins and trace elements. All this is important for a comprehensive recovery. However, it is important to keep in mind the contraindications. Pregnancy and breastfeeding, increased blood clotting or taking anticoagulants, hemophilia and other hemostasis disorders, acute bleeding including menstrual bleeding, and individual intolerance to the components of the plant. Important: the information in this material is for informational purposes only. Ginkgo biloba is not a substitute for traditional medical therapy. Before taking it, be sure to consult your doctor, especially if you are undergoing rehabilitation after a stroke or taking other medications. Take good care of your health, taking care of you, your herbalist.